Somebody has a giant moving van this morning. Look at that truck. Huh. It must be moving day. Hi, good morning. It's Di. I've got the camera mount from Joel, and I thought I would vlog this morning. If I've got it working right, we'll see. It's an experiment in progress. So it is Sunday. I'm going to church. Jerry didn't sleep well last night, so he is skipping. And so I thought it was such a beautiful day, and I was having a good day. Well, I have bad days and very bad days. I was just having a regular bad day, so I thought it would be a good day to vlog. I missed you guys. All right, I'm at church. I'll see you in a minute.
Heavenly Father, we just thank you so much for sending Jesus. Jesus, thank you for sending your Spirit. As the Father has sent me, so send I you. I mean, you're proud of this group, right? They're just going to live life like crazy for the next couple of weeks, aren't they? I mean, their faith is going to be vibrant. Why? Because they're on mission together. It doesn't matter where they go. It's how they're going. When Jesus is saying, follow me. Go capture my image in the world around you, and then show them what you see.
He was talking about actually not just reading the manual, but actually going and doing something, which is funny because I bought that book when we were in Bellingham called How to Shoot Videos That Don't Suck.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't finished it.
Okay.
Because the main thing about shooting videos that don't suck is just go shoot videos and you'll get better.
Right.
Which really actually goes with what he was teaching.
Right.
I kept thinking, oh wait, this all applies to vlogging. Because the first rule of vlogging is how to get good at vlogging, make content. Right. And so, and of course, I have the regret that every vlogger has, is that I wish I would have started sooner.
Yes.
Because I go back and I say, oh, I don't have anything from last 4th of July. I don't have anything from, because I didn't start till August.
Yeah.
So there is that regret. Part of the reason I wanted to vlog was I wanted to tell you about having my debit card number stolen.
Oh no!
Yeah, this week I had my debit card stolen. And you want to guess how much they charged on it?
Oh, $1.50?
$250, $230, and $87.
Really?
They charged 3 times. 3 different clothing stores. Certain stores that will do a refund without a receipt.
Right. I gotcha.
So they can cash those clothes in.
Right.
They bought them all and then they'll just return them all. And the thing was, basically my debit card doesn't leave my hand.
Yeah.
So they signed for them because they didn't have my PIN.
Yeah.
They used it as a credit card because they didn't have my PIN. So I got called by the bank on Thursday that my card had been fraudulently used and they had shut it down. When they got to the 4th store, they turned them off.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that, but that's a lot of money and it's apparently going to come out of my account and then get reimbursed.
Yeah, because your debit card's a little different
than my credit card. So
yeah.
I've tried to trace back where it happened.
Yeah.
Like, how did this happen? And the only times I can think of were 2 different restaurants.
Yep, where you hand it off and they come back with it.
Yeah. So I won't be using a debit card in a restaurant. So this is my lesson for Vlogger Spirit 1. I really want you guys to tell me about a time that you had your ID or your credit or something stolen. I have a friend who I know has had her credit card stolen multiple times. So please come chime in with the story if you're willing to share and the lesson you learned to keep that from happening. I've only had my credit card number stolen once, and it was actually a mail carrier that stole it out of the mail because it was I had a new card issued and it was and then I had a fraudulent charge while it was stolen before it reached my house. So I know it was a mail carrier on that one. This one I can only figure out that it must have happened in one of those 2 restaurants. Because if I had slid my card and they stole it, I think that they get your PIN number when you enter it.
My debit card was compromised at Michael's with a skimmer.
With a skimmer? So it never left your hand?
No, it never left my hand, but it was skimmed at Michael's, and my bank caught it right away as soon as they started charging. But
Oh man.
I've had my debit card replaced twice because of that. The other time, I don't know where they stole it, but they called and said, "Are you charging things in Canada?" And the answer was no. And then they said, "Good, we'll shut it down."
Mine was, one was in Linwood and two was in Seattle. So it was somebody
Here.
from here. So the problem was I was at Hagen's here. So they knew that I couldn't be charging in Seattle.
Right.
It was physically impossible. Oh my gosh, just the line at Starbucks.
Oh,
think you
out
can
the
see it.
door.
Anyway, the line is ridiculous. Just
That's
for the record.
because it's cold drink weather. And church got out.
Church just got out. They have a rule at that Starbucks that if that Starbucks were to burn down, at least 3 people from our church would die, because there's always 3 people from our church.
Church and that Starbucks.
That's the rule. So, yeah, so I don't think I'm going to use because I don't think they skimmed it because they didn't have my PIN. Would they
Yeah.
have my PIN if they just skimmed it?
Yeah.
So,
Well, it depends, but yeah.
so I think from now on, I'm not going to use my debit card in any restaurants. Always use a credit card. The only thing is that if they
Well, my new debit card has the built-in chip now, so that it garbles it and they can't steal your PIN.
Ah, okay. And mine's a tap card, which means that they can just be in the radius of your card to steal the number.
Right.
But that means they made a fake card to use at the department stores,
Right.
which means it might have had some turnover time to generate the card, right?
Right.
I just want to keep it from happening again. I just want to know what's the scam so I can keep it. But the funny thing is about how they told me, because I got a phone call at home from my bank,
Right.
right? But it was an unknown number, so I didn't pick up because I don't pick up unknown numbers. So it went to
Voicemail.
voicemail and left a voicemail message, and the voicemail message said, "This is so and so calling from your bank, and a fraudulent charge has been made. Call this number." So I called the number, and they go, "Hi, this is." I'm not going to say the name, but this is your bank, and you've had a fraudulent charge. Can you read all of the numbers off of your card to me? And I said, no. Stranger danger and all that? I have no idea
who you are.
You called me and just said, call me back and tell me your number. I'm not reading you the number off my debit card.
Yeah.
And so then she says, okay, but call the number on your back of your card because there's been fraudulent charges. And I don't blame you for not feeling comfortable giving out your number, but I said, that's how you get fraudulent charges, is you give people your number over the phone. So I did have to call back to the bank because I wouldn't trust the lady on the phone. And then I called back to the bank and it was true. The only thing was I only caught 2 of them, and then there was the third. I just caught the third one, so I had to call back. And they had just attached it to my open case.
Yeah.
Like, seriously? Well, we ate some lunch and I took a nap and now I'm editing. Such is the life of a vlogger. Editing is one thing that doesn't really get captured in the vlog. I don't know how you show that you spend so much of your life just editing.
And when we moved to New York City, it was just Chris and Dave.
Well, as always, I was supposed to be editing and I got sucked into the talking heads. Have you ever seen Stop Making Sense? Oh my gosh, that is the best concert video ever. And now it's out on Blu-ray, so I might have to buy it. Anyway, still editing and had some dinner and I'm going to go to bed soon. So I wanted to say goodnight. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. There you are. There we go. That's a good kitty.